Hi everyone! Happy Friday! Whoop whoop! How are we all doing? Have you had a wonderful week? It's me, Lesley from Hungry Heffy Crafts, and I am getting crafty tonight. But I wanted to mention there's also two other things going on. I'll tell you about them in a little bit actually. I just wanted to say hello to you guys who are here with me tonight. We've got Anne-Marie Parmley. Hello, always excited, yay! One Mommy Scrapping is here too. Hey there, Sarah Louise. Woohoo, yay, we made it to Friday. Oh, we got Snowy Smudges. Hey lady, how are you doing? Craig, there, you can take my cup before you disappear. Thank you. Let me just grab the phone and put it on Do Not Disturb. Oh, thank you, Craig. He did it already. He's the best. He is the best. One Mommy Scrapping says, today is rainy and chilly, but no school, so I've been able to relax all day. Yay! Yes, there's been no school this week as well. It's half term over here in the UK. So I've had a mummy week, a Piper-filled week. We've had a wonderful time, but I have done pretty much no work. It's been a little bit, yes, a little bit overwhelming today. I've been like feeling that I have not achieved as much as I would like to have achieved, and the good news is that I did get to hang out lots with Piper, and we had lots and lots of fun. We did lots of things together, and that's what it's all about really. Life, isn't it? Hanging out with family. It's all good. In the US, it was teacher work day. Ooh, I got report cards done yesterday, so I could stay at home. Booyah! Sounds epic. Nice. All right, guys, I have been feeling, because we've had such a busy week, I've been feeling pretty bleh for most of today. Not really feeling up to life. So there was like, should I do a stream? Should I not do a stream? All these kind of conversations. And I decided I'm going to do a stream because I think that crafting will cheer me up. That was the plan anyway. And I figured that I would go ahead and do that. But I don't know whether I'm realistically going to be up for a full stream tonight. But let's see how we go. Let's give it a go. I thought that I would use some purple cardstock today, and this is an A4 cardstock. And so I've cut it half lengthways, which is 10.5 centimeters, and then this is actually 30 centimeters. Hold on, 11.5 and a 1. So that's 5.5. So 11.5 would be, I can't do the math today, I'm just going to fold it. It's just not a mathematics kind of day. This will work just as well. Lorraine's here. Hey Lorraine, and Tally as well. Hi Leslie, I'm here, and no chemo because my body could not cope with it today. Oh no. Well, I had a little break today then, this week. Hopefully your body will get back on track. Right, so I'm not sure what this stream will bring, but I knew I wanted to work with some colored cardstock. And I'm that I'm going to heat emboss maybe some dinos onto here, and then add some ink over the top. But I'm not sure what color I want to heat emboss. Let me go grab some dinos. Piper was in the craft room earlier, and she made this. Let me see if I can bring it over. she made this, and she put the glue on it for the hearts and the yay. And then thought it would be really fun to sprinkle all the glitter on it. And then she, as a very good child, very good crafter did, she tipped it off onto a piece of white paper. And then she went, "Mommy, what do I do with this?" And went whoosh with the white paper. And of course she had to put so much glitter on it. So there is glitter everywhere in my room. There was a massive pile. I tried to actually I tried to brush it up with a brush, dustpan and brush, but there was that much dust and dirt on the floor of my craft room that there was just no saving it. And so I had to just throw it outside the craft room. It kind of looks like a fairy has exploded out there. There's just this beautiful fine gold and silver glitter, and it's all over me. Every time I move, Craig's like, you're covered in glitter. So yeah, that's happening. So I think I'm going to go for some little dinos. And I want to have a tone on tone look, I reckon. Do you know, I think I'm going to go for gold embossing powder, because I kind of like the idea of adding some ink on the top. And if I do that to darken up the cardstock colour, I think that the gold will really pop against the background. Snowy Spludges says 32 weeks pregnant today, feeling tired. I bet you. Yay though. Woohoo! You got the baby in your belly. See what I've got. So just in case you're wondering, these are the Dino Time stamps from Heffy Doodle. These cute little guys, they're so sweet. Let's put you there. I think I'm just going to use these 3 actually. Oops. I love creating like a background effect with stamps, and I think 3 is a good number when it comes to creating your own background. Where's this little guy? And I like to mount them onto different acrylic blocks so that I can swap between them easily. All right, let's do this one. Just off the edge. Might actually do another little one there, and then maybe some Diplodocus feet or tail down here. All right. It actually looks really cool, the tone on tone effect. I think you can see that on the camera. Let me go grab some embossing powder. Now I'm going to grab a gold, and this is a gold. It's called Zinc easing, and it's from a company, a French company in fact, called Aladdin. And I find that this stuff is beautiful. Really enjoy it. Let's take off my Heffy memo tape. And sprinkle this on. Lovely, lovely, lavish. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, set that down carefully while I put this back in. Anne-Marie has such a love-hate relationship with glitter, and Tally can't deal with glitter. So the Wink of Stella or Spectrum Noir is an amazing invention for me. I like the ultra fine glitters. I'm not a fan of like the chunkier glitter. Well, I'm indifferent to that, but I prefer the ultra fine one. But I have swept my room, my craft room, and it is still covered. So I think that's the problem with the ultra fine one, is that there's a, like, I'm gonna have to take the Hoover out. Okay. Speaking of loud noises, I am going to put you on mute because I'm going to give this a blow with my breath. So put you on mute for a second. All right. I think it looks pretty. And I'm wondering if I come in with the heart. You know, I might do that afterwards. Sweet Splodges says, I have a very active baby. Yes, I remember whenever Piper was in utero, and I was saying that she was always moving the most at night. And somebody said something to me, and I thought, oh, of course, it sounds so logical. They said that during the day, when you're walking around, little baby is being pulled down into a little pocket at the bottom of your belly, and then you're walking and it's like swaying back and forth, lulling little baby to sleep. And then at night, whenever you lie down, baby has got the whole, like, your whole, instead of being gravity pulling down at the bottom of your belly, when you lie down, it's got your whole belly there, and it's like, oh, thank goodness I can stretch now. Ah, that's good. And the baby has been lulled to sleep, having a lovely little nap all day, and then at night is like ready to boogie. So yeah, that always like made total sense to me. And then that's why whenever baby comes out, you're like, right, we gotta break you from this nocturnal habit, child of mine. Guys, I'm gonna put you on mute while I heat up the heat tool. All right. Donna's here. Hey, Donna. 9 p.m. came fast today. And Kenrick is here. We're at a birthday party. Oh, Kenrick's pretending to be mum. We're at a birthday, not a party. And I can watch the live stream on my mum's tab. Yee-hoo! Woohoo! You know how to do a Friday night right, Kenrick. All right, do you see the shininess on this? Ain't it so pretty? Can you see? Isn't it really pretty? That's why I really like this this gold, and the silver is the same with the embossing powder from that Ease Ink collection. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of it. Right, let's grab an ink blendy McBlenderson. And I have a funny feeling that you are the one I used for this. So I'm going to add some purple to this. To get a purple on purple effect. Tone on tone, baby. I'm glad you said you're on mute. I thought my phone was broke. I just bought it yesterday. Oh, that would be the worst, Susan. I really need a new phone. Mine, it hasn't really bothered me because I only really notice how slow it is when I'm like taking photos. And I don't take photos that often. It's normally like of a card. So you like press the button and just wait for like 8 seconds and it's fine. And we were hanging out with some friends this week on various days, and it's like, smile kids, smile, smile, press the button, and then they have like disappeared. They're like 10 meters ahead of you by the time the camera actually goes click. I have to get a new one. Maybe I'll ask Santa to bring me one. But then I always think, if I'm going to ask Santa for something, it should really be craft products. Oh dear. So guys, what have you been up to this week? I'm going to tell you all about my week because we have had a blast. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's half term, so Piper has not been at school this week. And on Monday, first of all, we went shopping because Piper keeps growing out of all her clothes. How inconsiderate, this child of mine growing. Ugh, rude. Hold on, somebody said here, Lorraine, remember glitter isn't just for Christmas, it's forever and ever. Yeah, I think that's what my poor husband thinks. Hey Brina, hey Yelts. Snowy Spudger says, has anyone seen the hilarious episode of Peppa Pig when Madame Gazelle opens a safe with a small vial of glitter for the children to use, which covers the... I have not, but that sounds very classic Peppa Pig. Madame Gazelle, who is French, I do believe. Whew, getting a workout with this. I had a question for you. I know it's off topic from what you're doing. When you do Chibitronic LED light up cards, how do you mail them? I normally so they're a bit thicker because of the battery. So I normally put them in an envelope and then put that in a bubble envelope, or we call them jiffy bags over here. I'm not sure if that's a universal term. We call them jiffy bags. You might call them bubble mailers, something like that. I should mention, however, that the post office here in the UK, at the very least, they're not so keen on posting lithium batteries. I know I did a giveaway where people could win a Chibitronic starter set, and at the post office they opened the box and they took out the battery and then delivered the rest. And also, if I get anything from Chibitronics, because I'm a special contributor of theirs, if they send me stuff, they don't send me the batteries, but the batteries I just get at like a pound shop, a pound store. He got the purple-handed. I like questions. Fire away. More questions. Yay! In the US, we've been glued to the TV news, but other than that, I've been making my Xmas crafts. Woohoo! For Christmas. It's a coming. I'm more of an autumn girl, but I'm like, whenever it hits like September, I get my autumn mantle set up, and then I pretty much keep it like that until the 1st of December. I really wish that I was born in America and that I can celebrate Thanksgiving. There you go. Marina says, I know when I talked to my local post lady, she was concerned about the battery going in airplanes for mailing. Well, I've bought batteries online before, and then whenever they arrive, it has a sticker on it that says, warning, contains lithium battery. So you could just like print one of those little warning things and stick it on the outside. You could just do that. On the most part, if I am making sorry, hold on, I'm looking for an ink to go on top here. What should we go for? Maybe a soft navy. Maybe a soft navy on top. As of a cyan. Normally if I'm making a card that's advanced like that, it's probably going to be going to someone that I hand deliver it to. But you probably don't want to restrict yourself to that now. I'm scared to use glitter on my cards because it doesn't seem to stick. Need to figure out what glue to use. It sticks well to like a PVA type glue. I use the Tombow Mono adhesive. I like that. Alright, so I'm coming up top here with some soft navy, and I think I actually want to do some more of that purple. I think I'm going to bring it all the way down so it's darker. Let me grab that one again. I never knew there was an issue with the batteries in the mail. Maybe that's just something I've not experienced yet. I also live in the US. I'm glad you mentioned it though. Yes, so that's my experience is in the UK with the Royal Mail guys. Although, to be fair, the bit political perhaps, but in the States, from what I'm aware of, you would go to a USPS store, like or a post office maybe. But so here in the UK, what's happened is a lot of our post office, like dedicated post office locations, have actually shut. And instead, you will have a little desk in like a convenience store or a grocery store, and it is manned by a staff member of the shop. And yes, they'll have somewhat a level of training, but they're not employed by the Royal Mail. So certainly my experience is that sometimes when you go with a question, they just don't have a clue. Okay, so we've got some purple on here. Completely changed the color of this card, but that's okay. I don't mind. You wish you were born in the USA. Yeah. Well, maybe not born. Then I wouldn't have this sweet Irish accent. Boom. Yes, padded envelopes. Yells. Vay's here. Hey, from Minnesota. Hey, back at you, girl. I assume. I shouldn't assume. Right, let's buff the ink off my dinos. And in fact, I should have used a pigment because I've lost all my shine. It just looks like a brown colour now. That's okay. Because I'm going to come in with some paints. Now, they are paints. Woohoo, bleed water. Whoop, whoop. They are paints. They're a Pearlescent Paint. And it's from a company called Art Quest. They're a million years old. I remember buying them at a craft show in Birmingham many moons ago. And this is the Stargazers palette. So it's a watercolor palette, but pearlescent and metallic colors. And they are so beautiful. So beautiful. So I am going to use these little beauties. And I'm going to use a water brush. And I'm going to keep one of these on the side. Oops, accidentally splattered it already. Let's pick up some paint with that. All right, so let's go with some, like a verdigris color over here. I might actually need to use a normal paintbrush rather than a watercolor paintbrush because this one tends to get really watery. But we'll play it by ear. So Piper and I went shopping on Monday, got a whole load of clothes for her, for the girl. That was a good day. And then on Tuesday, we went into London to visit Craig's brother and his wifey, because they had a baby girl. You may remember they had a baby girl. I made a card for her a little while ago. And, well, 6 months ago, because she's 6 months old now. Whoops. And, yeah, we went in to see them. That was my sister-in-law, Lesley, and little Mallory. She's so cute. She's so sweet. She's got that like baby, chubby baby cheeks going on. She's adorable. And Piper was absolutely loving mooching over a little baby. Afterwards, we went to go get some food, and there was a sushi place really close to their house. And it was more like a place, what's the word? Like a supermarket, like it sold Japanese supermarket kind of stuff that sold loads of stuff to make your own sushi and whatnot. But then it sold sushi on the side. And yeah, she had like 18 maki rolls or something like that. She's ridiculous when it comes to her sushi. That crazy kid. It's like, I want a salmon nigiri and a salmon maki roll and prawn. I think she's gonna turn into a mermaid one of these days. All right, I'm on my third Pearlescent Triceratops over here. All good. Isn't it cool? And then on Wednesday, what did we do on Wednesday? We went somewhere else on Wednesday. We went to visit our friends in Portsmouth, which is a town quite near here. And we went down, we walked along the pier, we went to the arcades, we spent our 2p's in the slot machines and stuff, and then we had dinner with them at a restaurant. It was amazing. So it was another fun-filled day. And then yesterday, Craig got sent back to work, poor thing. And Piper and I went out with another school mum, and we went bowling, and we went to an all-you-can-eat buffet place. It was like my dream. Like taking all the pictures for Craig. Yeah, and then Piper had a sleepover at Lily's house. So Craig and I watched a movie last night. We watched what's it called? Solo? Yeah, that Star Wars one that we hadn't yet had a chance to see. And I only fell asleep for about 5 minutes in it. Woo, here we go. I've got some comments here that I've completely missed. And Marina says, by the way, I uploaded my first video on YouTube. It's the same 1 minute video I shared on the Heffy Doodlers Facebook group. Just add an intro and stuff. Well done, yay! Anne Marie says, I never knew there was an issue with batteries in the mail. Maybe there's some, oh yeah, I did catch that one. I think the batteries should be okay as long as there aren't batteries touching each other. When I've sent batteries, I wrap them or the item in bubble wrap. Ooh. Okay. I see. Can you see how shiny this is? Isn't it fun? I bought a stamp glue pad and used clear stamp, but it didn't seem to stick. I too have used a stamp glue pad and it did not work for me. Certainly not to the level that I would like it to work. So I ignored it. I don't think it's really, it was worthy enough to do the job. It'd be nice if it was, but it wasn't. I can't remember what type it was. I think I've even tried maybe 2 or 3 because I bought one and then it didn't work. And then I saw another one at a craft fair or a craft shop or something. And was like, you know what, I'm going to try this in case I got a dud one. It was a different make, I remember that. And it didn't work either. So I was like, oh well, never mind. Struck it off the the list. I guess we'll have to just deal with something else. It's cool to hear the Royal Mail. We don't have Royal here. Yeah, it's just another thing for us. It doesn't even really... I remember Piper asking, like, why is it called Royal Mail? And you're like, oh, well, yeah, I guess. Something to do with the Queen at one point. This guy is so cute with his shiny McShiny pants. Sandra says, are you going to the NEC this year? Did you pay expensive at the craft show? Says Yells. I'm going to 3rd November. Do you mean for, did I pay a lot of money for the glue pad? Is that what you mean? Might need to clarify your question, honey. All right, these are looking good. Yells says you're going to the 3rd. So we're not actually going to that craft show. And I'll tell you why. We were hoping to, but it's during the week, so it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And for those of you who might not know, Heffy Doodle is a very small family-run business. So there is me, my husband, my daughter, and she has got school. So I do have an awesome design team. Unfortunately, many of them are abroad. So Tally was going to come help me, very kindly offered, and also Laura from Crafty Not Shifty, she was going to come help, but she could only come at the weekend. But Tally and I just couldn't do it on our own. Like the Wednesday setup, I just didn't have enough manpower for it. I need to enlist a load of Heffy Doodlers who are willing to help out at events like craft fairs, because we just can't. It's just physical manpower, even just manning the booth, helping with customers, helping us get set up, covering lunch breaks and toilet breaks and things like that. It's not so bad at the weekend because Craig can bring Piper up, and the one in the summer, Piper, she actually missed a day of school. Whoops. So that because we had no other choice. And but it was only one day, so it wouldn't be so bad. But they just couldn't come up for the setup on the Wednesday, and then miss Thursday, and then miss Friday as well. It just wouldn't be fair. So, I'm going to cough, put you on mute a second. Ooh. So yeah, we are not doing it this time. Sorry. I haven't decided whether I'm going up. When is it? Is it this week? I'm not sure if I'm going to go up just to attend. I'll have to chat to the boss about that. Might be worth taking a nip up. As I take a nip up, it's not a short drive. Anyway, we're getting on nicely with these little guys. Sandra says, I'll be there on Saturday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Are you doing the weekend retreat, Sandra? Says Snowy Spludges. I struggle, Anne-Marie says, I struggle with what colours work best with others. Is there a good place to learn those tips? The internet is a fantastic place to learn things. However, it's so big, it can feel like overwhelming, like where on earth do you start? It's a good idea to look at, search for things like colour theory. That's going to help you on your way. And also, if you look at a colour wheel, that will help you as well, help you determine complementary colours as well. Let me see if I can grab mine. Where does it live these days is the question. This is a pocket colour wheel, which tells you about colour. And if you look at it, if you imagine a triangle here like this, you have blue, yellow and red, and those are your primary colours. And then in between yellow and blue, if you mix them together, if you mix one part and one part, you're going to get green here. And if you mix one part blue with one part red, you're going to get a violet colour. And if you mix one part red and one part yellow, you get an orange colour. If you have two parts red and one part yellow, you get this one. Likewise, two parts yellow, one part red, you get this one. And you've got this then gradation all the way around. And this helps you because it tells you if you have a blue and you add a yellow, you get a green. If you have a red, and this is great for color mixing, but the great thing about this is that you can see complementary colors and what goes really well. So on the back there's another thing about tone and whatnot. But if you look at a color wheel and you look at like the opposite, so purple goes really well with green. Yellow, like this kind of yellowy orange, goes really well with a blue violet. The opposites complement one another. And there's loads of information on this kind of stuff on the internet. You just need to know what you're looking for, right? And so something like color theory would work really well if you're Googling that. The other thing you can do is look at, when you're looking at a magazine or posters on the wall, have a look and see what colors they're using. Also, Pinterest is a fantastic resource because you get, I think it's called a palette. Is that what it's going to be called? I think. Or search for something like color combos. I know my crafty friend Crystal, she does a color combo series where she takes a color combo and shows you a couple of cards using that combo to inspire you. So Googling terms like that will definitely help you. Maybe point you in the right direction. All right. Ray says, need to leave soon, need to go get the kitties, the grandkitties. They're spending the night with me and Gizmo. Yay, that sounds fun. Marjolaine, Starbucks, yeah. Well, actually, it's Kenrick. Bye. I have to try these things. Yeah. The paints you're using, oh, I turn this over so you can see. These are called Stargazers by ArtQuest. They are beautiful. They work nice on light colored cardstock, but they work best on dark colored cards. So let me grab a black. Let me show you what the magic is about. Like, they're just gorgeous, and they have such a sheen to them. They're super pretty. Okay, let's see where we're getting on. Donna says, loving the colours. Tally's calling all UK-based Sevidoodler. Yeah, absolutely. Kenrick says, slaps his hand in his face. I still didn't follow you on Instagram. Rude. Get to it. Absolutely. Yay, Elizabeth Lucy's back. Woo, finally soccer season is over and the holidays. Woohoo, so I can catch lives again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let me colour in this guy. I keep accidentally pushing them in that direction. I'm going to come in, I'm going to mix darker colour here with my verdigris kind of colour. And fill in his further back foot because it's I didn't miss it, I purposely avoided it the first time around. So I'll just add that in. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, I should also mention to you guys that tonight is the last week of us being on British summertime. So depending on where you are and what your time zone is and what your time zone does, ours jumps back an hour tonight. No, tomorrow night, pardon me, tomorrow night. So if your time zone doesn't move anywhere, then next week we're going to be an hour earlier, right? I think that's right. Because I think at the moment we are 5 p.m. EST, and then next week we're 4 p.m. It could be the other way around, I don't even know. Fall back, spring forward. So our clocks go back in fall and forward in spring. Anyway, so you may just want to make sure that for next week you've double checked the time. It's always going to be 9 p.m. in the UK, but we're going to be on Greenwich Mean Time then, not British Summer Time. So whatever 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time is for you, will be the new Come Craft With Me time. Okay, we are doing Lesley. I need to do this guy's beak thing. I'm not really sure what color to go for. Don't think I really want to bring in an extra color, so I might just bring in some of that dark green that belongs on the pterodactyl. All right, looking good. So cute. Amory says, thank you for your tips. You're the best. Ah, she's the best. Thanks, Kenrick. Aha. Hey, Aunt Max. Woohoo. Oh, are these expensive? I want to say they were about maybe £10. So what, $15 or something? But I've had them for forever. I mean, you can see that this is all like peeling off, all that yellowy kind of gluey color. I've had them for ages and ages and ages. So definitely worth it. Because you don't need a lot. I want to add some of the paint. I'm going to use a proper paintbrush for more control. Or allegedly more control. Maybe I'll just fake it and add some drops. Fake it till you make it, baby. So for those of you that missed my comment at the start, I'm probably only going to be making one card today because I've had a bit of a bleh day. But we're having fun with some paints. Some dinos. It's looking good. I'm going to also add some just plain old water, especially to the bottom section because it is a different type of dye ink, so it'll react a bit more at the bottom. as the Simon Says at the top, the Simon Says ink at the top, I don't think it'll react quite as well. But who knows? Here we go. Sandra says, how's your little fur baby? I'm not sure who you're talking to. Whose fur baby is it? Irish jumps back as well, says Kenrick, under the guise of Marjoline. Ooh, that is spreading a lot. We do not want that. How to ruin a card. I'll just let that be for a minute. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I dread the time change, says Donna. I get dark so early and I feel like I should be crawling in bed at 4 p.m. Yeah. I don't mind the time change. I don't mind the time change in regards to in the evenings. It's the mornings that then I can't handle because I am not a morning person at all. I'm a nighttime person. And if I wake up and it's dark, then oh, it is hard to get my butt out of that bed. So hard. What do you think? Sparkly! So cool, huh? I think that's really cool. Blah, blah, blah. Elizabeth Lucy says, sorry to hear that I had a blah day. Understanding, trying to relax or get to bed. Yeah. Oh, my fur baby that used to be on the screen in the corner. Oh, that was Fiskars. Yeah, I brought him out a couple of times. I didn't really know what you guys thought about him, whether you wanted him out or not. So he's been a few times. He's been in his own world, back in his own bed a few times as well. But yeah, sure, we can bring him out. He's doing good. He just sleeps all day. He's so chill. Had him on my hand. He was like upside down snoozing earlier. He actually really helped my blah. Craig was like, I know what'll help you. Came and grabbed Fiskars, and when you see him, like, he's lying on his back and he's got his little legs, and his back legs are just like every so often going like twitch, twitch. And then his wee hands and face were, teeth were like he was dreaming he was eating something. He made me smile. All right. He needs to come back. Yeah, we'll get him back. You guys got love for Fiskars. We'll get him back. Okay, so I'm going to add now a sentiment onto this, I reckon. And I think I want to use the Dynamite one from the freebie. If I can find it in my stash. Hope your day is dynamite. Or have a dynamite birthday. Let's see. Also the name. Yay. So then I was telling you about our week, and then today I tried to catch up on some work, but also I had a video to share on my Hungry Heffy Crafts blog, which is the Save the Crafty YouTuber blog hop. Now, if you haven't seen that yet, you should definitely check that out, because I kind of like this. It's cool, huh? Maybe we could add a sentiment. Oh, I have a dynamite pen. I'm going to try and emboss this and see what happens. Yeah, if you haven't noticed it this week, there has been a week-long series, like every day this week, 5 whole days. There have been blog hops, YouTube video blog hops, I should say, and it's all part of the Save the Crafty YouTuber blog hops. It is a thing that's been organized by Justine Hovey, and she has, I'm trying to talk and stamp straight at the same time, which is never a easy task to do. So she's organized this blog hop, and there's something like 91 people. So if you're interested in finding potential new I don't think that's straight. New YouTubers to watch, then you might want to check that out. She has on her blog every day this week, she is the start of the hops. And, well, actually, technically it's on her YouTube. So it starts with Justine, and then it hops along different people, but also it's being sponsored by loads and loads of companies and people who are donating personal prizes. So you can leave a comment, and then a winner will be picked. I'm going to put you on mute while I heat this up. I'm going to stamp this again because I think it might be better in a different or easier in a different orientation. So I'm just going to experiment while I'm chatting to you. So the hop will walk you through different YouTubers. There'll be lots of different new people that you maybe don't know or haven't heard of before. You might be able to find some new people that you are keen to subscribe to. But even if that's not for you, you can always watch them, not bother subscribing, but leave a comment, and you can still be in with a chance to win. Let me get my head down here. That's better. And I'll show you my card that I made for that. It's featuring the Want to Build a Snowman penguins and the Christmas tree, but also has Chibi-tronics. Let me heat this up and then I'll show you the card. All right, where is my card? Here it is. So if you're interested in seeing a edited video tutorial on this card, then you should have a look at my YouTube and you'll see the edited video for that. And it's made using Cheapytronic LED lights. It's really fun. And these are the guys from the Wanna Build a Snowman stamp set from Heavy Doodle. All right, let's put these guys away. Have a dynamite birthday. Kenrick says, I had to say hi from my mumsy. Mum obviously is at this birthday and has to be civilized. Speaks to people. She can't get away with hiding in the corner with her tablet. Lucky for you that you can. All right, let's grab some strips of ease, I think. Ooh, actually. Maybe one of these would do the trick. Yeah, that would do, wouldn't it? I just found another one of Piper's cards sitting on my Big Shot. With glitter, of course. Hi, Mom, it says. There's also a collection of distress inks over there, which do have their lids on them, but they're completely covered in sprinklings of glitter. So no doubt I'm going to open up the lid and there's going to be glitter on all of them. The price you pay. You've got crafty kids. Lesley, blah blah blah, because Dracula was blah blah. Yes, in Hotel Transylvania, is that what you mean? The blah blah blah. Piper keeps talking about Hotel Transylvania and because I don't say blah blah blah. The only time I say blah 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 is when I'm saying I don't say blah blah blah. Oh, such fun. Let's add some black foam to this little panel. Anne-Marie says, did you frame last week's card? Although this one is also amazing. I wish I could go through all your cards. We can do that one night if you want. I've got a whole lot of cards just sitting over there. I'm not sure how interesting that would be. I don't know whether I want to like... I think like here there's like a natural gap. What do you think? Dynamite birthday. Here we go, just right in the middle. Oh, this is hard. My daughter loves those movies and says that quote all the time. There you go. I'm gonna go with here. Have a dynamite birthday. I think we might, do you think we need to add the little guy though? Well, that's, this is set it, will this set it off, do you reckon? We can maybe cut him in, stamp him onto the black and colour him in. The open natural space. Yeah, I think so. We go through cards on Instagram for fun. We could do that on Instagram. There's so many. So many. All right. This little cutie patootie. And we'll do this one too for fun. Why not? I think we also need to do a little bit more stamp roulette soon. You guys up for that? Okie dokie, muty muty. Oh, Anne-Marie is a stamp roulette virgin. Oh, we have to tell you what it is then. What is it? Oh, so is Gabby. Stamp roulette is something that I did, I think was it only one time? It was really popular that if it was that only one time. And I counted up all the stamp sets that I had. And I discovered that I have some stamp sets in small pockets like this and some in the larger pockets. Was it twice? Okay. And so I had so many, maybe let's say 100 of each. And then I asked people to give me a random number with an S for the small stamp pocket and L for large, obviously. So you would maybe write, you would shout out, type down, you know, L26 or whatever. So I'd go to the large stamps and stamp sets and then look at number 26. And then I had to use that on a card. Then what made it a bit harder was the fact that I would use more than one number on a card. So I maybe had to use 3 different stamp sets on one card, and that could be really hard because I could end up picking out 3 sentiment stamp sets, right? But it just ended up, we were all just giggling so hard. We ended up with a fox in the city. That was photobombing Fox in the City. I think was the funniest one. I think all my cards turned out like pretty cool. It just was funny. We got this stamp set with like a truck, and I was like, I don't know what to do with the truck. The truck is weird. Aunt Max says I picked the worst stamp set. It's funny. it all worked out in the end. So let's watercolor in these little dinky dinos. Also this week I've had my computer has been away to get fixed. So another reason why I've not really done much work this week. But if you're going to send your computer away to get fixed, you might as well pick that week to not do much work, right? But I should get that back next week. Yay! Okay, I think what I will do is cut or add an eye drop with a black glaze pen, because the gold eye, in my opinion, looks a little weird. Okay. Dry, 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 my little guy. And let's cut these guys out and stick them on. One of the design team members used the little hat from the Celebrate stamp set and put it on the turtle, and put it on the dino. It was so cool. Loved it. Pretty awesome. I get the feeling I really should have done black embossing on the black cardstock. Maybe even white would have worked. But we'll see what it all looks like together. I'm committed now. All right. Hey, Amanda. Amanda's here. Let's get rid of some of these. Oh, he looks so sad without an eye. That's better. Now he can see. Now Leslie's gonna smudge him. Of course. I'm gonna add some of these little guys here. Black foam pads to the back of him. Just by his feet at the bottom here. To overhang him a little. And then this one will go like here, I think. Will be fun. He can probably just be glued out on there. I've made some cards with the little Celebrate set. Love him. Yay. He was really popular. Still is, in fact. Little cutie. All right. There we go. Have a dynamite day. Let's have a look at how that shines. Can you see it? Isn't it so cool? It's so sparkly. These are especially good on like Christmas cards, like Christmas baubles or things like that. So good. Sorry, tuning in late, says Amanda. Did you emboss gold on black paper and watercolor? I embossed gold onto a purple cardstock, and then let me get this. There we go. And then I inked it up with some purple ink at the bottom and some navy ink at the top. And then I came in with these, which is a Pearlescent watercolor palette by ArtQuest. This is the Stargazers palette, and there's pearlescent and metallic colors here. And I love them. They're so shiny. They're so pretty. They give a great coverage. I think it works better with a normal paintbrush rather than the water one. You can see they're like a little bit uneven in places where the water has like diluted it. So I think with a proper paintbrush rather than a water brush would work a bit better probably, but it still gives a nice like texture to it. I think it's really fun. Yay! And that there we go. Okay guys, seeing as my battery has just died and I'm still feeling a bit like I want to just crawl into my bed, I think I'm just going to go and do that. Thank you guys for joining me. Sorry it's been cut short tonight. Hopefully everyone who joins later on will understand. And next week we will be a slight difference to the time zone potentially, depending on where you are, because our clocks go back. We're no longer on British summertime. We'll be on Greenwich Mean Time. If you're looking for some blog hops, please head on over. There's a blog hop on the Heffy Doodle blog today, and also on my Hungry Heffy Crafts blog, I have got a video tutorial, edited video tutorial nonetheless, with the Want to Build a Snowman set by Heffy Doodle and also some Chibitronics. And that is part of a video hop organised by Justine Hobie, and there's lots of prizes and things to win. Hop along, comment, see, you might find some new YouTubers that you fall in love with. Just don't fall in love with any that craft on a Friday night, because that's my gig. Oh dear. All right, well, I shall leave you guys to it. Debbie says, rest well, thanks for the live. Yay, thank you so much for understanding, you guys. And I shall see you all next week. Cheerio, bye, have a great weekend.